Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Virgo, I'm getting big bang. So some of you may be coming in with a bang, going out with a bang. There may be something quite significant for you in matters of the heart that shows up in the month of August. Now, we do have that Lionsgate portal on the 8th of August as well, and that's all about manifestations, connecting to your higher self to truly get into alignment with what it is that your soul really wants you to experience here on earth. So again, there could be some rifts, there could be some tower moments, there could be Wheel of Fortune moments. I'm getting that August is going to be one of the most pivotal months when it comes to relationships, family dynamics, and matters of the heart. They're also giving me the name. Now this could be last name, perhaps it's a place. They're giving me Dubois or Dubois. I feel like there's a O-I-S, but something could be silent. So for example, sometimes a J is silent in a name. I feel like there is an S, and the name that I'm getting here is Dubois or Dubois. So again, last name, maiden name, please take it as it resonates. Maybe it's a place. Here is the new life. Here is the coming in with a bang or going out with a bang. You are overcoming some issues or obstacles or challenges that you have had because you have education and you also have the conflict card. Now, when these two cards come out together, there were some deep soul lessons in your story of life. There were some chapters, some setbacks. I'm getting climax. So, you know, when you read a book, there is the climax. There's the central focal point where you can't stop reading. So there is this part of your life where you're being guided here to keep on going. And sometimes it can be quite exciting. Sometimes it can be very dramatic. But the good news is you are learning. There's growth here. And I feel like there is movement and there is action. Now, some of you, you could be learning more about yourself through self-help, through talking to a therapist, a coach, a guide, a counselor, through your own spiritual work as well, whether it's in your professional world or your personal life. Some of you may meet people online. It could even be through an online course. It could be an app, of course. I am getting that some of you may have even connected or hooked up with someone who may have been a teacher, a guide, a mentor, someone that was teaching you some valuable lessons as well. But I feel like, or even in school, some of you may have went back to school or you may have been studying for some sort of exam. I feel like there could be love there, but for the majority of you, I feel like this is just life lessons in that, you know, in that chat, that book of yours. And there's something here with turning the page, a new chapter here. And it's like the end of, you know, when it gets close to the end of the chapter and there's a huge climax before you get to that next point, I feel like you are getting there, but there's some sort of a plot twist, I would say here, a plot twist where it's almost like a nail biter and you want to go forward, but maybe you need to pause, sleep for a little bit, right? Just like when you're reading a book. I do feel like there is some sort of pause that you have to take in order to move forward into this new life. And some of you may have already taken that pause. Now that pause could be an hour, it could be a day, it could be a week, a month. It doesn't matter, whatever it is for your soul, there's total transformation here. This is about big changes, hitting that reset button. It can certainly be rebirth, fresh start, growth, and heading towards a new journey. And this is something you may have been wanting for quite some time, Virgo. Regardless of relationship status, something has become too stagnant. You've either been single for quite some time, you've been dealing with maybe some difficulties, challenges with a loved one where you're ready just to move onward. Some of you, there's an actual physical move showing up here. Someone may be moving in, like I said, coming in with a bang or going out with a bang, because in the near future, you do have the conflict card, but this card is meant for resolving conflicts. Like it says, taking a look at why there is conflict in the first place, because when you know the why, when you get to the root of the problem, there's where the solution lies. And so I do see here that you are overcoming some difficulties with a loved one, with someone close to your heart. Could be a child as well. Someone may have a child who is going off to school, going off to college, and maybe their first apartment, their first place. And some of you may not agree with maybe where they're going or who they're with or what they're doing. So I do feel like there's some sort of resolution coming in here as well. For others of you, you may be deciding to branch off and go in a new area and start something new. I'm also getting long distance. Now, if some of you were in a long distance relationship, or maybe you were touching base with each other through maybe social media, through online, Zoom, apps, things of that nature, FaceTime. I feel like there's a new life that maybe the both of you are planning or wanting to come together, and you're wanting to overcome any of the challenges that have held you apart here in the past, right? Because you have this new beginning. Now, you may feel triggered in the coming months by certain things of the past, but the good news is, because you have the books card here, Virgo, you're going to see what it is right in front of you, and you're going to see that it's an actual trigger, that it's not something that necessarily is showing up in the present. It's just some sort of sense, whether it's a feeling, whether it's a touch, whether it's taste, something is going to trigger an old emotion, but now you know what to do with it, is what I feel here. And now, instead of letting yourself go down the rabbit hole or affecting your mood, affecting your whole day, or affecting your life, you have the experience to do something differently this time around. This is also about adversity. Some of you, you're finally moving. You've been wanting to maybe move or relocate or connect with the person for quite some time, and I feel like it's finally happening. I'm getting September as well, so it could be August into September, possibly that cusp. This can be about competition. For those of you that have felt like you were in a tug of war with the dating market, you might feel like you're taking a little bit of a step back here and focusing on other things. But I sense right when you do that, you actually attract many opportunities, not just love, but it could be, career, it could be a move, it could be new friendships, it could be a lot of things. And then love, because everything else is kind of spinning in a whirlwind, boom, there comes love as well. So you're definitely getting some really great things coming in, because you've been studying, you've been working hard, you've been writing your life story in the best way that you know how. So let's get into the goodness of your reading. What do we have here for Virgo? What's the heart of the matter for Virgo in the month of August? The Queen of Swords, Libran energy. This is about you being able to stay decisive within the decisions that you make and to move forward. Now, the Queen of Swords, she is a no BS type of go-getter, right? She's not at all going to put up with any sort of betrayal, any sort of lies, right? She's all about the truth. So give her the truth, nothing but the truth, right? Because she'll see right through you if you don't. You're thinking strategically as well, instead of thinking emotionally like we just talked about with those triggers, because basically what a trigger is some sort of sense, like I said, touch, taste, smell, something that may trigger you into a past memory, and the emotions arise within your body. And sometimes the brain doesn't know the difference. And I feel like instead of you getting triggered by the emotion of that past experience, you are rationally talking yourself down or talking yourself out of it. I don't mean talking yourself down in a negative way. I'm talking about reprogramming. I'm talking about neuroplasticity. I'm talking about the brain waves, limiting beliefs. That's what I see happening here for you, Virgo. So the Queen of Swords comes in and she says, I'm going to think and use the beautiful, brilliant mind that she has to reprogram any limiting beliefs or any setbacks that she's had in the past. So this is a really great energy, and it clarifies what we're talking about here as well. So any solutions that you find are coming from a place of rational, logical thinking, and knowing that you have what it takes to tell yourself a new story within that mind, instead of letting the emotions play out an old wound or old story of the past. You're not going backwards, right? There's too much of a climax coming in, or a plot twist, or that nail biting ending here coming in for you. And I feel like you don't want to go back and read, right? It's not like when you open a book, sometimes you'll skip to the last. I mean, I don't do that. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Sometimes you skip to the very last page, but you would never skip to the very first page. You wouldn't be in the middle of reading a book and then go all the way to the first and second page, right? Unless there's something you didn't understand, right? So if there's something in life that you didn't understand, why did I respond this way? Why did I act this way? Why am I being triggered? Therefore, then you might go back and look, right? But I feel like you've already learned some valuable lessons, and now you're able to move forward. Let's take a look at the challenge for you, Virgo, in the month of August, and how we can help you overcome it. What do we have for Virgo, please? Family and love. The Magician. Now, I love the Magician. Even though it's showing up as your challenge, it's still showing up in your energy, which means you have the power to manifest what you want in your life. Now, you may feel at times like you're being punished. I'm getting victim mentality. Okay, sometimes you think, woe is me, or I'll be single forever, or I'm going to have to repeat this lesson, or I won't have the new life I want. Remember what I said. That's just a sense of old programming. There's new programming available here for you, so you cannot do what you did in the past, or if you are, you're going to see yourself spinning in a cycle, and I feel like you don't want to go there. There's a new chapter here for you. There's some of you, you're throwing out the book and you're starting from scratch. You're starting a whole new book. For the majority of you, there's just another chapter here in your life. Okay, this is about you not manifesting punishment, not manifesting negativity, or misusing that power that you have. Because that power that you have within is all about you manifesting a reward, manifesting what it is that your soul truly desires, not what you think you deserve based on past conditioning, right? It's about you allowing yourself forgiveness, maybe even forgiving others. I'm getting here some judgment energy coming in, and it wouldn't surprise me to see that judgment card. Above the Magician here, you see the 8, which 8s have been showing up like crazy in all of the readings. No surprise, we have the 8-8 portal. We have the month of August. 8 also represents power, strength, authority, materialism, control, and speed. So the rate at which you start to manifest in the month of August, Virgo, could be significant. It could be rapid, right? It could be boom. Like I said, in with a bang, out with a bang. The Magician is you being able to manifest unlimited. There's the infinity symbol, right? You see that infinity symbol there, the 8, manifesting that unlimited abundance that is available to you, and it's all around you. But sometimes we get stuck a little bit in that, past energy, and we say, well, do we really deserve this, or can this happen, or will we be able to move forward? The answer is yes. Let's take a look at what's below you. What do we have below you, Virgo? What's below Virgo in matters of the heart? I feel like because things haven't happened in your timing, or they haven't happened the way that you thought they would, possibly, it has left you at times, Virgo, in a place of, will this ever happen? Now you have the Ace of Swords. This is cutting through the BS, and that Queen of Swords holds the Ace of Swords. And she says, all right, what do I need to do to think? There's the light bulb above her head. What do I need to think or to understand? How can I come up with an action plan in order to find some sort of solutions? What can I cut through at this time? What kind of communication isn't clear to me? Because sometimes that Queen of Swords, she needs to work on how she communicates. Now, if this could be someone around you as well, there could be lack of communication between you and someone close to your heart. Again, it could be parent, it could be sibling, child, lover, friend. It doesn't matter. These are love and family readings. The Ace of Swords, though, is about not having that focus that you want, but searching ways to get that clarity that you need. So some of you, I'm getting some of you overthought things in the past, and it may have left you on a trail that you didn't need to go down, right? You went down some sort of a rabbit hole, and I feel like you're coming back here with clarity, and this is below you. So you know how to get yourself back on track. You know how to communicate effectively. We just don't always incorporate that energy when we're feeling heated or the emotions come in. So Ace of Swords is a really great energy to have below you, because it means that you can move forward in clear communication. But sometimes that Libran energy here with the Queen of Swords can have a sharp tongue. So there could be someone around you. Some of you, this could be a mother. Someone, it could have been a narcissistic or manipulative ex or person in your world who cut you with words, right? They cut you with their acts of words of admonishment, or maybe they told you weren't pretty enough, weren't good enough, whatever it was here. I feel like there was some cutting that took place. Okay, some of you, there's actually could have been physical. I mean, this is pretty deep. Please seek professional guidance if need be, or the disclaimer. But some of you, I'm getting cutting. So it could be that you dealt with maybe a child or a loved one who actually was a cutter. Again, that's pretty deep. Please talk to your professional about that. But I feel like someone may have been having some sort of self-harm or act of self-harm done in the deep past. Let's take a look at what's in the recent past. What is in the recent past? Or it certainly felt that way when they were speaking to you the way that they did. There was a lot of chaos, a lot of in and out, right? A lot of back and forth with the Knight of Swords in reverse here. Now, someone came in like a wrecking ball is what I'm getting here, Virgo. And it could be that your life was a whirlwind. Perhaps someone got sick, and then someone lost a job, and then the dog, died, and then, grandma's over here, then her funeral came up, and it's just like one thing after another. This is past though. This is past. I'm also getting some of you dated this Knight of Swords, or you were in a relationship with someone who was highly impulsive, and they said things physically. They may have done things physically, right? There could have been domestic violence, emotional abuse, physical abuse. I'm just getting here that someone was reckless with your heart, reckless with your body, your mind, your soul. And for those of you that, if this is not resonating, I feel within the mind, because you have a lot of mental energy here, Virgo, a lot of mental energy. So there could be something within the mind that you keep going back and forth, back and forth. Some of you are studying psychology, coaching, healing arts, tarot reading, Reiki. Some of you are training. Could even be AODA, or you may be some form of healer in your professional life, and that actually helps you understand and heal some of your emotions. I'm getting some of you may be studying psychology or studying the way the brain works, or patterns, behaviors. I'm getting mental health disorder as well. Let's get to the good stuff of what's coming in, because some of you struggled with someone who've carried those characteristic traits into a relationship that was significant in your life. So what's above you? What's going on in that brilliant mind of yours, Virgo? What do we have? Justice. Something may have felt unfair. Something definitely had a red flag waving here for you with the Justice. More Libran energy. Some of you are going through a divorce. You may be going through a custody battle, an inheritance. There could be some sort of family dispute happening here for you. For others of you, it was a karmic cycle. It was a karmic cycle that you kept going round and round and round, and you knew that you didn't want to be a part of, but it was hard to step out of it, right? It was hard to see the balance, because look she has a blindfold on. She can't see the red flags, but she feels them, right? She knows they're there, but I sense that there's some sort of judgment coming in here for you, and this can be a fair judgment, or it's some sort of consequence from past actions, but I do feel like it's part of your soul's path, your soul's journey. It will lead you directly into this new life, and I feel like this new life here, yes, it may feel okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Whew. Some of you, this does have to do with children, I'm hearing as well. You may fear putting a child into school, into a new school. They will be okay. Some of you had troubles with your child or your children at school, and it seemed unfair as well, Virgo. Okay, some of you, there was some unfairness, some maybe even bullying. Someone may have been wrongfully accused. Someone may have had a consequence for an action that they did at school. It could be truancy. It could be, there's just something here I'm getting that was unfair that had to do with a child in school as well. Now, for those of you that don't have children in school or college, I certainly sense that you've learned some soul lessons through a karmic cycle. So what's coming in the near future? What do we have in the near future here? Thank you. Six of Swords. Yeah, getting out of Dodge, going out with a bang. Some of you, again, this is an actual move. Six of Swords can be travel. It can be a move, but there's needed change here. And you're getting out of these murky waters that underneath, you see the sharks, right? There's sharks below the surface. And in order for you not to succumb to the sharks, not get eaten alive, right? You have to get out of a situation that may be dangerous, or it may feel volatile. It may feel impulsive with this Knight of Swords. The fact of the matter is you have the Queen of Swords here. So you're going to cut through. You're going to use that gift that you have here below you. This Ace of Swords, you have that knife to think strategically and logically on how to make that next move, even if you can't see it, right? With the Justice, even if you can't see how something is going to turn out. Look at all of these swords. I mean, this is crazy. Virgo, I don't think I've ever had so many swords showing up in a reading. Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, Six of Swords. This is good. We don't see the Three of Swords. So, or the 10. Let's see here. Or the 9 or the 8. So knock on wood, you're doing good. Let's see here. What do we have in your energy? This is all about you, Virgo. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Oh, there, the one sword that I didn't say, 7. 7 of Swords. You feel betrayed. You feel like there was some sort of hidden deceit. You feel like someone wore a false mask. Someone did you dirty. But I feel like there's some sort of truth coming out here. And it's going to lead to a new life. 7 of Swords can be at times lying to ourselves about what we really need to do in a situation, but we fear moving forward, even if that moving forward is healthier, even if that moving forward is going to get us out of a situation that is destroying our body, mind, or soul, right? We still fear it because it's change. And that's what human fears the most, is change. Sometimes we're willing to stay stuck in a zone or a comfort zone that's not really comfortable. It's what feels familiar, but what feels familiar doesn't mean you should stay in that position. So 7 of Swords is about you having a wake-up call, Virgo, a wake-up call that says, I am getting honest with myself about what I truly need to do about a situation, or how I need to heal or mend or move forward. The masks are off. And they're actually showing me, punching bags. And I feel like those punching bags are being taken off. They're showing me the gloves. That's what it is. Gloves that you would use on a punching bag. It's like someone is taking off their gloves. So what that tells me is someone isn't fighting anymore. There's something that is being put to rest. I'm getting that because some sort of truth is out in the open, you don't need to fight for something that is a non-negotiable. So if there is a non-negotiable when it comes to whatever this is here for you, you don't have to keep fighting for it. Does that make sense? 7 of Swords. Don't lie to the self. And if there was any deceit hidden from you, I feel like there's exposure coming in so you can have this new life. I mean, Virgo, I will tell you, if I didn't already, August is such an impactful month when it comes to relationships of all sorts. Family, lovers, friendships. If you were built, or if this dynamic was built on a faulty foundation, a lot of people, even though I haven't seen tons of towers, because this is something internal that a lot of people are getting honest about their next move. This is what I need to know. This is what I need to do. Truths are coming out. Old beliefs are coming out in order to be reprogrammed to something else. There's just a shift in the collective in the month of August that is playing out in a huge way when it comes to relationships and love. So what's going on in your environment? The moon, there it is. The moon in reverse is all about illusions, revealed, right? It is all about things coming out. It is about being able to see clearly, right? When the moon shows up, there's some sort of truth exposed. Someone's shadow may have been exposed in the past, because whenever I get the justice here, it does look like some sort of a red flag that maybe you weren't able to see in the past, but you have here conflict. You have overcoming something. I'm also sensing that Spirit is saying, don't blame yourself for what you did not know, right? Don't blame yourself for staying in a situation or not seeing a situation clearly, because that was part of the soul lesson. That was part of the human experience that maybe you chose to have. That was part of the karmic cycle. So if you blame yourself for what you did not know, then you're healing. You still need to work through some of those healing steps, okay? There shouldn't be any blame or shame in the game, right? This is about you having something lifted, or you're able to see clearly now. And again, remember the very first phrase that came in, either coming in with a bang or going out with a bang, but it's going to be a big month for you. Virgo, let's see what your hopes and fears are. What are your hopes and what are your fears? I want to say this, now that something is out in the open, healing can take place, right? This new life can take place, whether it's with someone or without, completely up to you. We are all on a different journey. Energetically, though, there is a new beginning here available in whatever form that shows up for you, because you're not going to give up. You're not going to give up on either a relationship, or you're not going to give up on yourself. 8 of Coins here is all about acquiring expertise. Your hope is that you have the knowledge and you've learned from a situation so something doesn't repeat itself. You have the knowledge, you have the education card, right? You may have had to learn. Now the staff is being handed to you. You've earned some sort of credit, some sort of victory here. It may have felt hard won, but I feel like it is a win. Even though this is showing up in your hopes and fears, the fear here is, what if it's problematic? What if I expect too much and my expectations get the best of me because I don't have the experience, knowledge, and wisdom? I feel like that may be the case. It certainly could be. But for the majority of you, that fear is that the other person will not own up to their own faults or their own obligations. And if that is the case, Virgo, that's their soul's journey, not yours, right? That's in their timeline. It may be a lesson that they'll overcome in this lifetime or not, but we can't focus on someone else's book, right? We can read another person's book, but we can't write it for them. Just like yours, you are the only one that can write your own memoir. You are the only one that has the, that pencil, that you're the magician, right? You are the creator of your world. We can't come in with a pencil and try to write someone else's memoir. It just doesn't work that way. So 8 of Coins is about you having the experience to put it down, what you need to put down, right? What you've grown and learned from. What's the final outcome? Okay. Oh, what's that? Is that a play? Okay. They're giving me here, I don't know. I really don't know what this is. It could be a place. It sounds like a pretty cool name if it is. Jessup. Jessup. I could be butchering the spelling. I feel like this may or may not be correct. I'm just hearing it. They're not showing me the spelling. Jessup or O-P, Jessup. So it could be a last name. Maybe it's a place. I've never even heard that word in my whole life. So hopefully it resonates with one of you out there. If so, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it in the comment section below. What's the final outcome for Virgo? 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is about you needing to accept the responsibility of the choices and lessons that you've made so you don't repeat them. Some of you know that you have to drop some heavy burdens. Some of you are carrying a lot and there is some sort of an ending coming in, right? Maybe that bang that I'm hearing here in the beginning of your reading, maybe it's you dropping those burdens. Maybe some of you are taking those boulders and you're throwing them out, right? You're throwing them to the curb saying, hell no, I don't want to hang on to those any longer. My back hurts, right? So the 10 of Wands is showing up. I feel it's saying that you have what it takes to lighten the load. You have what it takes to bring in others to maybe help you out here. You don't have to go it alone. Now, I'm also getting here strength, determination, and stamina to end some sort of cycle or to release the heavy burdens of something you have been carrying. But you must, and I feel like you are, and currently working on taking responsibility and knowing that the healing that is happening here within is solely on you. And we just talked about that a little bit. Sometimes we want other people to heal quicker than they are ready or willing to. And we tend to maybe want to throw a boulder on them and say, hey, wake up. How can you not see this, right? This is about you not carrying that boulder for them. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. This is about you not carrying that heavy boulder that isn't even yours. If this is your sister's, your mother's, your child's, your lover's, that's not your burden to carry, nor was it ever. But you may have felt some sort of responsibility, some sort of attachment, some sort of feeling that you had to carry that for whatever reason. Maybe some childhood conditioning. Maybe you are a lover. Maybe you tend to be a giver more than sometimes you receive. Whatever this is here for you, I feel like you're taking those boulders, and that is what's coming in with a bang or coming out, and we see it happening here in your final outcome. So this is a powerful read here, Virgo, as they all have been. But I certainly sense that something has come to an end, and it's going to help you release some of your fears, right? It's going to help you release something that was challenging and difficult, but you know that this is your path. So wisdom of the oracle, what do you need to know? This one shot out right away. So some of you may be 43 years old. You may be a life path number 7, or you may be in a personal year 7. And 2023 globally is a 7 energy as well. This could have even been happening. Some sort of reveal may have happened in the month of July, depending on when you're watching this. This is for August, but I put these out a little bit early as I like to prepare. I'm sure you do as well. Deep knowing here, deep knowing. So there is this deep knowing within you that something is either meant to be or it's not, or some sort of lessons that you can take from a situation. This is really deep. Literally really deep here. 43 is all about intuition. It is about listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. Some of you may even have a child, like we talked about earlier, mental health. Now this could be ADHD, autism. I am getting here. It feels unfair sometimes if you are dealing with some sort of challenge when it comes to raising your child. You may feel like there's not enough resources, or you may feel like you don't have enough help when it comes to that situation. Okay, please take that as it resonates. There are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly into your soul. Someone has entered your life or is about to, who will be instrumental in your journey. So pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin a beautiful process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Some of you need to hear that. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. Yeah. Magic is about to happen. It says magic in The Magician, right? This is about to happen. And even though it's a challenge, trust that magic is at a play here for you. I'm going to read the protection message just because some of you got the 10 of Wands. Well, all of you got the 10 of Wands, but because you still may be feeling the heavy burdens, you are in empathy overload and need to get grounded again. So tune out for a bit. Hypersensitive, you are suffering from psychic exhaustion. This signals a time for a recharging of your batteries. Set energetic boundaries. Take a salt bath. Empty your mind and get back to you. It's not time to be too open. Soon enough, you can let your guard down. Right now, you need self-care and self-love. It's time to say no thank you to anyone in your life who exhausts you. Won't that feel good? Yes, it will. And that is part of the 10 of Wands here. If anyone in your life exhausts you and you're carrying that boulder for them, release. So that makes perfect sense with your reading. So there is a deep knowing here. And because you have the Moon and the Seven of Swords, trust your intuition because your feeling is right on. Wow, beautiful. Now, last but not least, we're going to see what your soul's truth is, what your soul is trying to get your attention on at this time, and action steps that you can take to move forward and live your most abundant life. What do we have here, please, for Virgo? What do we have for, oh, excuse me. Well, there's the bang, right? Going out with the bang. There it was for you. Now we have, when was the last time I danced freely? Dance, because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. So you know how I said you have a lot of swords. If you're overthinking at this time, or if you feel like you are on empathy overload with emotions and mental strife or mental conflict, dance. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a charge of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from the heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Today's soul action, Virgo. Dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within you and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. Beautiful energy. Some of you, I'm hearing Zumba, so you could benefit from taking Zumba classes, maybe some cardio, some yoga. I feel Zumba is something that really could help you out at this time. Maybe it's the Zumba dance. I'm getting belly dancing as well. If you've wanted to try some form of dance, if you are in a partnership here that's been difficult, or if it's been too stressful, but yet you're wanting to resolve conflict and have a start, take a dance class together. There's nothing more connecting and grounding and heart to heart than maybe taking an Argentino tango class and learning the steps together. That can be really powerful. For others of you, get out there and go dancing, right? Release some of that heaviness through dance, through movement. Some of you may even be teachers of yoga or teachers of some sort of free flow, free dance, free movement as well. So really beautiful energy. Virgo, I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. If you're vibing with the energy of the channel and you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so much, Virgo, for spending your precious time here today. Lots of love.